I remember one of the most important moments of my life when my life really changed direction and took a turn for the better. And that was during one of the toughest times of my life. My husband and I had just separated a week after our son's first birthday. And that really was an incredibly tough year that followed for me, the hardest of my life. And there came a moment when I realized I had a choice to make. I could either be a victim or a victor. I couldn't have it both ways. I could either blame and complain and point fingers and play the victim, or I could realize and accept that my life was 100% under my responsibility. And I didn't want that responsibility. I liked pointing fingers. But of course, as long as you point fingers, you don't take responsibility. So that moment came when I realized, hang on a second. If my life is 100% up to me, then that means my life is 100% up to me. That means I get to choose. And that was the moment that was most critical in my life, because by taking responsibility, I then got to choose how I was going to live my life, who I was going to become, how I was going to live this rebirth that I experienced after the separation. Was it easy? Not at all. As I said, it was the toughest time in my life. But by taking responsibility, I became a victor. And today I am the happiest I have ever been. And that's what I want for you too. I want you to take the bull by the horns, to take responsibility for your own journey, to really confidently step into your power to be happy. And to do that, I have created a 6-week coaching program called 6 Weeks to Step Up Happiness. And this program is for you if you know that you are meant for more, you've had enough of waiting for something or someone to change, and you are done playing small and sabotaging yourself. If you're ready to play full out and really step into your power to be happy, then this program is for you. And there are 3 keys to my program which you need in order to stop waiting, or worse, blaming and complaining and pointing fingers, and rather take responsibility for your own happiness. Key number 1 takes you from feeling helpless to being resourceful. Maybe you know that you're meant for more, but you don't quite know what that more is. What is that game changer in your life today towards your own happiness? You don't know what to do, what it is, that game changer. You don't know where to start or how to do it. You feel helpless, so you do nothing. I know what that feels like. I felt helpless too. But over the last 12 or 13 years, I have done the work. I am today not only the most resourceful, but the happiest I've ever been. Or take my client, Marta. Marta has today a sense of control over the direction of her life by taking responsibility. And she has just recently positioned herself for her next career move. Marta has stepped up. Key number 2 takes you from feeling hopeless to being full of hope. And not just hope, but proof that what you're doing actually works. Maybe you feel like, I've tried it all, or nothing's going to work anyway, it's just too hard, or even it's too late. You just don't have the energy to figure out what would work for you, because it takes time and energy and money to work towards your own happiness. My client, Julia, she has learned how to take that negative and hopeless self-talk and transform that inner voice into words of power and hope. That's had a huge impact on her attitude and on what she believes possible for herself. Julia has stepped up. And key number 3 takes you from feeling worthless to standing in your own power and worth. Perhaps you could figure out what you need and even find a way to make it happen, but you don't. Because at the end of the day, you really shouldn't demand too much. You should not expect more confident happiness for yourself or become any more visible, audible, powerful than you are today. You've stopped investing in yourself because you don't feel worthy. And my client Anna has learned that this feeling of unworthiness is part of her journey to stepping up her happiness. And just recently, she was able to resolve an issue at work with a colleague in a very constructive way by staying close to herself and her sense of self-worth. So even in challenging situations, Anna today is more confident, more powerful, happier than she's ever been. Anna has stepped up. If these are the kinds of results that you are looking for too, to go from feeling helpless to being resourceful, from hopelessness to being full of hope, and from feeling unworthy to standing in your worth and power, then contact me today for a free 30-minute exploration call where we'll get to know each other and we will decide together if we are a good match to do the work. Are you ready to invest 6 weeks to confidently step up your power to be happy?